Hey guys, this is the Red Lampshade, and today I will be talking to you about a question I have from economics. Basically, in economics class, we were asked to write a discussion or one view of a discussion. However, I don't really like writing discussions to a teacher because I know I'll never get any answers. So I decided to post it as a video in hopes that you guys would have some views to share with me, or at least this will get spread to more people. Yes, the question goes as follows. To what extent do you feel that it's a government's obligation to reduce inequality? Now, this is a very charged question in general because it boils down to whether government should tax people or not. Now, remember, I'm sure some of my American friends will see this, and you guys just remember American economic policies are very different from Norwegian economic policies, so my views might seem a little bit radical. However, remember that in the very end, you guys struggled in the financial crisis, and we really didn't. We just coasted by. So yes, let's get on with it, shall we? Um, Basically, my view is this. I think it's important that governments keep a strong hand on keeping the society quite equal. Um, the main way governments would do this is of course through taxing. So I think taxation is very important. However, from at least as my economics book says, those with a neoclassical view of economics, that's the school of economics I generally most identify with, those with that view of economics tend to steer against government interference with the market because it interferes with the market forces and therefore creates inefficiencies. This is true. I agree with this. In a perfect world, it's true that even in this world, if government interferes with the economics of a nation, then the market forces will be disturbed and there will probably be some inefficiencies. However, the market forces don't work ideally. They work as if society was an ideal society where everyone was equal and there was no things such as chronic illness, or there were no disadvantages people could have other than the fact that they're just lazy and couldn't be asked to work. So the main argument against my point of view would probably be um, that people who are lazy shouldn't be people who work for their money shouldn't have to pay for people who are lazy. However, this is true. I completely agree. Of course. However, that's not the only thing these people are paying for. There are people who are at a disadvantage for things they are not in control of, and that's not something you and I can do something with. And therefore, I think we need to tax tax those who make a lot, have a high income, and spend that money to create an equal society. Even if you just look at the economical side of this, remember that when a society has a lot of poor people, the general mood and therefore also willingness to work in the workforce goes down, meaning it is actually an economic problem that people don't feel good about their nation. So if we could manage to get a sense in the workforce of that they're also doing some good, this would only benefit the market. I do, of course, recognize that it is a problem that those who just can't be arsed to work you also pay for them when you're paying taxes. However, we don't currently have a better system. That's all I gotta say. If you figure out a system where you can manage to efficiently take care of those who are not as fortunate as we are and make people want to work, then well, you've done it. Congratulations. And that's what I have. As I already told you, I'd really like to see some response to this. So right now, just go down in the comment section and post whether or not you agree with me. You don't need any good arguments for or against, but just post whether or not you agree with me.